Yeah.
Who's listening? Who's listening? To
Okay.
this?
Huh?
Has anybody heard this yet?
The new Hanabie song?
I've heard it.
Yeah.
I've heard it once, but I don't
Okay.
remember. Yeah. Anyways, let's check it out.
I've heard it,
Hanabie,
but I was
guys.
so focused on the guitar and Matsuru's voice that I didn't really listen to anything else.
Okay, I haven't heard it. Wave, I'm guessing you haven't heard it either.
No.
Okay,
Okay,
so it's
cool.
the first time for some of you guys. Awesome. Hell yeah. Check this out, guys. Thank you so much for being a member. If you're watching this for the early access on the members list, thank you guys so much. And thank you for watching if you're watching this later. So let's go check this out.
四六時中インターネット内緒よ心の中知りたいな自分に夢中 たった4文字みんな構想中令和に広がるブルース パーティーにやるミーハー連中で本当に当たるの選別
I know we haven't spoken in a while.
みんな帰ってこないぞ
So much, dude.
So something that I really liked about this is that she changed up her voice tone. She's doing the kawaii thing. And I'm not normally a fan of the kawaii thing too much, but it sounds really good in this. She makes it work really well. You went a little bit cutesy.
You
You know what
it's
it is,
hard.
man?
Huh? Go ahead, Ryan.
What'd you say, Ryan?
Do you think her harsh vocals have like improved a little bit?
Oh,
It
100%.
seems like there's a lot more definition to it
Yes.
and more variation to it. Yeah.
Yeah, the mix is
It's-
better on her voice too. I think
Yeah.
they started they layered it. They definitely layered it with another one, but I wonder if they did that whole distortion technique or whatnot. But it sounds way better. Just the way that she holds them out, it sounds really, really good.
Sure.
I was gonna say best riffs on the entire EP are in this song,
Dude, it's
in my
fucking,
opinion.
I love this song. You can hear the guitar the whole time.
Yeah.
It's usually buried by vocals.
So that was the thing.
The-
That was the thing I noticed, Ryan. The guitar playing I thought was better. I think she's gotten better as a guitar player, in my opinion. On this whole EP, the guitar's like cleaner the entire EP, and it's just way better overall. I think.
And we've heard two other tracks before this, right? That have been out for a while.
Yeah,
But
Metamorphosis.
this is like
and-
better than those, I think.
Yeah,
think.
I agree. Metamorphosis and Otaku are the two that were out before this one.
Yeah. Right on.
We're
That
gonna
was
say
a
Champ.
super catchy riff, too.
Yeah.
Nice hook.
I love
I
it.
like
'cause you-
the
What do you
Right.
think, Champ?
I like the guitar part that's like they go into the it's like right before the pre-chorus part starts and they're doing like really fast palm mutes, but
Yeah.
like in riff succession, right? It's like like kind of going up and
Yeah.
down scales. Sounds really cool like that.
it's very
I don't know if
very-
I thought her vocals sounded I don't know if I thought that the screams sounded better. They definitely sounded more like monstrous. They sounded more like a monster was so like
well after
but
Yeah.
I think that's just like depending on what you like, right?
after
Like, I
getting
think
her
she-
screams captured on a raw microphone, that's exactly how she sounds, which is crazy.
Okay.
Like hearing it in
Yeah.
person and watching her scream. Like I'll show you guys the clip on the podcast later. Like she can scream like that. That's the wild part.
Yeah.
So when you
Well,
just add a little bit
I
of
love those vocals.
when you add a little bit of compression to an EQ, it just sounds like fucking what the hell.
I do think that like she could still do like I think this is a choice that she's making, you know, like vocally, because I think that she can still go like the growly stuff that she does in a lot of the other songs. Because I was just listening to one of the other tracks on this album, and she was a little more like there was a little more like I don't know what the word would that you would call it. Like, I guess just like bass to it. This
Yeah.
one feels like it's got a little more treble to it while she's doing it. And what you were saying originally, Alan, about how there's like you know her kind of like kawaii style is different. I think what makes this song so far for
From
me at
Matsuri,
least,
yeah.
and I talk about this already. Is it Matsuri doing that?
Yeah, Matsuri's doing the cutesy vocals.
No.
Right. No, I don't think so. I
In
think
the
that's
beginning?
Yukina.
Yukina?
I,
is?
Oh, you
I think
mean the singing at
Matsuri's
the
only
beginning?
doing the singing.
No, I'm talking about when Matsuri's singing Oh wait, is she not sing? Did I? No, right here. Like,
内緒
and then she goes.
Oh
into that-
yeah, that's my
Yeah.
song.
yeah.
Yeah.
When she
you
does
call
the,
that the kawaii.
she sounds more.
Oh.
She sounds like she's going to the kawaii sound for this song. If you listen to the, we'll talk about the EP later. But in this song, it sounds very kawaii for that chorus. When she hits
That
it.
actually reminded me of like Getrick Spin style of singing right there. But I thought that when Yukina was doing the kawaii part, like even her, I thought was leaning more into the kawaii-ness of the kawaii nature that she was doing there. But I thought it was cool because the dynamics of like the style of screaming that she's doing with the kawaii-ness. I don't know. For some reason, I thought that those two were like working better in this song than I have in some of their other tracks. In the past.
Well, and then she does rapping too in this, which is like 3 different types of styles of vocals, which is cool.
That's like her thing, right? She kawaii raps and screams.
And there was some like traditional sounding instrumentation in there. They like keep building quick little contrasts throughout the whole song, you know?
Mm-hmm. Sounds like they're going to do that on most of the album too. I heard a lot of traditional stuff on there. This riff.
I know we haven't spoken in a while.
みんながってこないぞ
This is what I was talking about right here.
愛と
That's way more quiet than she normally does for choruses. And I was like, I thought it was cool that she changed it up. You know what I mean?
I didn't really notice. It reminds me of Guitar Chicago.
Huh?
I didn't really notice, I said, but this part reminds me of Guitar Chicago.
Ah, okay.
力手にして置いてけばこのトリガーよせっかく出すビブでめてにろめか Our mind never mind Watching over on time Six times Watching over time 60 times Present time たった一言みんな混乱中丸分かりのシーンなんて Six times
That definitely reminds me of that thing.
現代人未来とおかしい世界違うに押された迷わず階段進めた俺と向き合い生き合わせねえねえ何
So many different parts, man.
Dude, it's so cool. This band, I mean, I know they're already blowing up, but this band is going to be massive. I'm telling you guys. I just,
Yeah. And
Dude,
they're
one
doing
of my
it with
friends saw
music
them
that
the
is
other
like
day.
just not like doesn't follow any kind of norms, and that's what
Yeah.
maybe that's what people are liking, man. Like they're not hearing the expected pre-chorus or whatever
Mhm.
traditional setup of a song. They just
Yeah,
do
where the
whatever
fuck did that
they want,
breakdown
dude.
come from? Right? Where did that breakdown come from? It was not. It wasn't after the chorus or in the. You know, it just was there.
It's-
I was like, oh shit, this is sick.
it's also like compared to their counterparts, you know, the other bands that are out there doing this style of music, the thing that they have is just charisma to them. Also,
Oh, yeah.
it's just that's why I feel it. You just feel they're going to be on a whole other level in the next couple of years.
Yeah.
Because they just
The
keep
whole
putting out
package.
music constantly. They keep getting better. The musicianship's getting better. The sound is getting better. It's being like you have this Hanabie sound that's just always there now. I just have this feeling they're gonna be huge. Even in the U.S. everywhere. I just think it's hitting on a whole levels. Like Ryan said, they're appealing to the younger audience, which is key, I think, and I think that's what's gonna like catapult them because it's not just the younger audience. It's like all groups of generations, you know, that are liking them.
Yeah, my buddy went and saw them the other day. Unintentionally, they were going to see somebody else, and they were like a part of the show or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And he was just like, he came back. He was like, oh, by the way, you know, I saw Hanabie the other day. At first I said, oh shit, you said their name right. He was like, yeah.
Yeah, they
And
tell
I
you
was-
during the show.
yeah. And then I was like, what'd you think? And he was like, well, they were awesome. And I was like he shrugged, like, obviously they were awesome. I was like, have you heard
Right.
them before? And he was like, I heard one song, but I knew they were going to be awesome. And he just said, like, they were one of the best bands there. And I was like, oh, cool, man. Like, this is a person that does not listen Japanese music or anything like that. So
Cool.
always love hearing that from the normie crowd.
I hate that word so much.
Yeah, you gotta accept it, man.
I
There's
don't know
normies
why.
out there.
I don't know why.
タイプあ、IN あれなんだっけあれ INT もう覚えらんないみんなで自由タイム T とか F とか中国人で理想を手にして繰り返すパーフェクトのトリコよ海の真実を手めく広げちゃOur mind never mind
Yeah, one of their best songs.
Tasty drum change-ups at the end there.
Dude, I just love the sound of the drums, man. Those sound so good, man. Like they're so full and thick. They're like the Kim Kardashian's ass of drums.
Oh, wow.
They listen to those things, man. Jesus.
Got a BBL.
That's actually
BBD.
That's actually my only critique, man. I wish they'd let the raw drums shine a little bit more through, but it still sounds
they're
fucking
pretty
fantastic. When I was listening to it, there's another Azuto Mayo came on, and they have a huge drum sound also, but you can hear the acoustic drums a lot more in there.
Yeah.
That's my only thing. But I mean, this is metal. This is what they all do for metal.
Yeah.
We always put the samples higher than everything else. So when it comes to the modern
punchy.
genre,
I feel like you kind of have to in a song like this, especially that bass is like really deep in there.
there's
Like,
a lot of layers.
It would sound a little like I don't know.
It is a lot of layers
Yeah.
too.
It
Different
wouldn't
than the rest
sound
of the
right with
production.
super acousticy drums.
Yeah, it
No,
would
not
sound.
like
It would just sound
super acoustic.
different than the rest of the production. You know, like alive, I would. You know, sure.
Like for example, when I was listening to a heavier mix the other day, and they had the drums, they were really good, and we sold them out. You hear you can still hear the acoustic set there with the samples. You know what I mean? This one's more like, bam, the samples are in your face. It kind of thing.
what do you mean by samples?
So
explain
what they
that
do
to me?
is when they put the drums together, they'll take the kick and the snare mainly and the toms, and they'll put a sample of like the actual. They'll match it up with the hits of those drums to give it the more power, and it kind of blends out the nuances of the snare, like all the like ghost notes and stuff
Yeah.
like that in between.
When they record the drums, they record on a acoustic kit that has like
Yeah.
triggers on it, so they can double
Yeah.
the sounds, so they
Yeah.
can blend the two together.
Yeah, sometimes they don't
Okay.
even have the
That's
triggers.
why so many
to this-
drums sound the same in bands. instead of
Exactly.
having different.
Yeah.
All right, so conceptually, I don't love it, but I thought that they sounded cool in the songs. I'm not gonna bitch
No,
about it.
and they
That's why they do it.
Yeah, that's why they do it. Yeah, it does. And to be fair, like the samples are technically real drums, anyways. Well, most of them. Sometimes people use artificial, synth type of drums to emulate them. But like for instance, my program,
This
you can
way-
you can take a snare and just double it. You just literally like Command Option D, and it like will map a MIDI to every single hit of the snare. That's another way you can do it afterwards, and you can fuck around with different snare sounds.
Do they do this now so they don't spend like an entire day getting the perfect drum sound?
Yes, yeah, it saves you a lot of time.
We don't
It does.
have to. We already have the drum sounds in the library.
Yeah,
Kind of sucks.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's really good for people that for like myself, you know, where we don't have like the best acoustics, maybe
me.
for drums,
Yeah.
or like,
Yeah.
And
I
you don't have to decide on a drum sound before you get the full mix together, because once the mix comes together, you might need a different drum sound than you already have.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Or if you want to have something that matches with the reverb sound better or something like that, it's a lot of reasons. But is there anything you guys want to isolate real quick in here to check out?
Let's hear some more of that bass and drums, dude.
All right.
Yeah.
hell yeah.
I want to hear the vocals.
We'll go through. Oh yeah, the vocals are so good. The layers are amazing.
Oh.
See, that's the part that I would want the acoustic just to be up a little bit more, like these fills.
That sounds so cool, though. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds great, but I know there's like little nuances in there, you know.
I'm sure you're right. I'm sure you're right.
So cool. I'm always amazed how people come up with these sound designs. I don't get it. Like how people are like, oh, I really want this. So I'm like, how do people think about this?
It's a synthesizer, dude. It's easy.
You gotta have a
But
DJ.
That sounds cool. That sounds cool. Throw it in there.
I guess you're right, Ryan. I just gotta like start doing that more because sometimes I hear this, I'm like,
You do.
How do people think of this?
It's so fucking fun and it's so easy.
You're right. I just need to fuck around with it. It always blows my mind when I hear sound design. I'm like, how do people think of this shit?
うちら中間者論理学者式だよじ現代人未来とおかし
I love how they blend some of the sound design with the vocals. I love that technique with mixing. I want to hear that chorus though. The chorus is like,
Dude, it's really funny hearing them do that because it really, like, when you were talking about charisma before, when you break it down and you take the vocals apart by themselves, it's so obvious, like, that there's more than just singing happening, you know, like they have like almost like a character. It's like voice acting, you know what I mean? Like I'm hearing voice acting in there.
yeah, for
人
sure.
が
That's just fucking cool.
10人とイノベーション魅力手にして追いかけるそのトリガーよ
I mean, it's just fucking absolutely perfect mixing here for the vocals.
Yeah.
世界を出す見るためとにのめちゃ Our mind and our mind
Okay.
The fucking
I'm
gun.
sorry.
Did you hear the gun cock?
Sorry. This is-
Yeah, what was it?
Did you hear the gun cock? I didn't even notice that.
We gotta They all headbang on it too.
Wait, I gotta show you guys
たった
this.
一言みんな混乱中丸分かりの診断テスト
Hold on. I want to put this into context. Here's the raw scream. Here's her just raw screaming. That's a raw scream from her. You
Wow,
know?
dude.
So that's what I'm saying. Like it sounds almost identical. You know, this
There's
is
like two layers of that or whatever.
yeah, exactly.
It's a delay.
Yeah, and a delayed reverb, but it's just crazy. Just like she does it here, and then we hear her in
That's
this.
what she
I'm
sounds
like,
like in the
混乱中
yeah,
丸分かりの診断テスト
Yeah, there's like a little reverb on it.
yeah. There's reverb, delay, but it's just
Like barely
wild.
though. It's not even strong reverb. Like,
Yeah.
you're not hearing that, like,
Tiny little tail.
you don't hear the waving of the reverb afterwards. It's just hear her fade out a little bit.
I think she
your dad.
does it-
I'm your
I think
son.
she does it. That's so crazy, dude.
Too close.
And then she does it. Oh yeah.
3, 2.
I mean,
That sounded perfect, dude.
it's like that's her scream with effects. That's it raw. So when you have a track that good, it's so easy to mix. You know, it's just it comes out amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anyways,
Cool.
that's all I gotta say.
All right,
about the
we
song.
got a podcast
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah, thank you all members. We appreciate you. And if you're watching this later, thank you for watching it. Watch another video somewhere on the screen. See you guys in the next one. See you.